Welcome to my channel, Ace Your Style. Evolve and involve. Hello, my YouTube family. I hope you're all doing great, safe, and always curious to learn something new every day. By the medium of this channel, my whole idea is to actually give something new every time when I make a video. Today's session is really close to my heart. I started my career with this job, and I actually also learned a lot of things about myself, about my character, because this particular element of the job involves root cause analysis, it involves evidence finding, fact finding, artifacts. Let me try to bust you a surprise on this. The topic for today is what is an audit? If I talk about in simple terms, it's a systematic, independent, unbiased, structured approach of fact-finding, evidence-finding, and presenting the artifacts to the organization. Generally, audits are aligned in a process where there's more likely to be errors, where the failure is more likely to happen. We assign work to those auditors whom we entrust to bring in entire factors and present with honest artifacts and honest results. So by definition of audit, you must have realized, if you have not been into the auditor role, what exactly is an audit? Now in my lifespan, ever since I became manager, I have always stressed enough that we need to create more auditors in the system. Why? Because it actually perfects the system. From a processor to an auditor, I try to make sure that the transition is smooth. I give them enough work, enough way, and enough room to express themselves. And by that, they'll gain more confidence. And this is a live result. I have so many people to name. I will not name in this video, don't want to create a bias. But I know those people who are watching my video right now and who have subscribed to my channel, whom I have actually mentored, they would actually vouch for it, that how important is this process. It helps to build you as a person, the characteristic of a person, the loyalty, integrity, it all encircles around in an auditing process. In the next few steps, we're going to be discussing about the purpose of the audit, benefit of the audit as well. Let's take a deep dive into this. Okay, let's talk about the purpose of the audit. When we talk about something new which is introduced in the organization, or a new process line has been actually implemented, what do? We first chalk out list of all opportunity areas that, okay, that's delegation of work which is going to be handled by X manager, then Y manager will be looking into the auditing part, Z manager is going to be looking into the training part. But what about the auditing steps? We need to make sure that areas of opportunities where error is likely to happen is also well defined. That helps in maintaining the efficacy of the process. Your process will be sanctified, maintained in brilliant terms if you know that you have a good internal fence. Because if it's not, onshore or the client who's monitoring your work, who your end result, will be sending out an escalation. Surely you don't want that. It leads to a lot of corrective actions. Why take a corrective action when you have a preventive action? Be preventive. And that's why we need auditors. We need an internal fence so that we make sure that compliance standards are not missed out. First point under the purpose of the audit. Opportunity to improve. If somebody is committing the mistake over and over again, that needs to be highlighted. A manager needs to be told to give feedback, or training or quality person needs to sit with that person to tell them, okay, this is the error you're committing over and over again. That's how we laid down the clear line of boundary that, okay, this needs for a refresher, maybe a retraining, assign a buddy to this person. Then it also helps in doing certification. Somebody's new to the program, voice process, non-voice process, it's okay. This person will be able to understand only if the certification is provided that they are good to go live to take calls or to process. If there are changes in the SOP, that's another point that we need to have good auditors who can identify if any errors are also happening. So we make sure that the internal fence is so strong that the SOP is adhered properly. Reporting is another point, that we need to present clean, unbiased reports so that the auditors are presenting correct artifacts to the organization so they would know where do we stand in accuracy part. What's our accuracy percentage? I hope this purpose of audit is clear in your head. And I hope next time when you do your audits, you'll be keeping all these factors in your mind. Hey, loyalty comes first. And like I said, integrity and loyalty is a very important part when we do audits. Okay, we talked about purpose of the audit. Now it's time to understand the benefit of the audit. It has multiple advantages. Point number one, we talk about extending confidence to the management and the client. Yes, if we provide a strong artifacts and fact-finding to the client and to the management, they will actually feel confident that yes, the team is working hard and the team is actually working smartly as well. At the same time, that they're actually reducing all the errors and all the anomalies. And it's been internally and quickly, promptly identified by the auditors. And the audit program becomes strong. Point number two, it helps to reduce the pain and mayhem caused in daily operational work. If we have a set program and if we have a great work allocation and auditing program, then there's a likelihood that the auditor program will never face any challenges and they'll go very smoothly. Point number three, we have some naughty people in the process who do not follow compliance. And yes, we need strict auditors for those people to tell them that this is the area of opportunity, area of improvement, whether auditors in the capacity to give the feedback or if it's a manager who's in the capacity to give the feedback, anything can be plausible, whichever is suitable as per your organization. So it helps to remove all the data breaches and before it can be highlighted by the onshore or the client. Fourth point, I would say that it helped me personally, that it helps in reducing not just the error opportunity, but it also helps me to recognize a trend. What's a trend which is happening within my organization? Why the errors are happening? And what sort of errors are happening? Is it monthly, quarterly? How many times this error has occurred? Does it mean change in the SOP? Or is it just a human error out of carelessness, out of negligence? That's an important point which I realized that helps me to identify the trend. Hopefully, when you do the audits, like I said in the purpose, even as a benefit, you'll be able to identify all the benefits which is being laid down. And somewhere, even if you're working in Ernst & Young as a company or Deloitte or KPMG, the Big Four, or any other organization where you have a strong auditing program, you'll find that somehow it will be intertwined. It will be connected. I hope you all liked the video, and by now you would have identified what is an audit and what is the role of an auditor. It's clearly defined. I would like you to comment below if you are in auditing capacity or if you are managing an auditing team, that what was your experience? How did you manage your workforce? How did you rectify the error in your organization so that everybody can be benefited with those comments? I really like when you guys actually comment on my video, and please show more love. Try to subscribe my video if you haven't already, and do pass on to the people who would be benefited. I really look forward to your comments, your like, and your subscribe. And you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.